everyone, welcome back to my channel The Corporate Didi, and this video is gonna be so much important because recently there is a big update that is coming from the side of Accenture. So yes, most of the students have received the mail, I know. So actually in this video I will discuss you everything that is relevant to Accenture Workday status update, and I want to give you some important clarification which will really help you out, because most of the students got panicked after receiving that mail. Most of you are getting confused. So this is update is especially important for the candidates who have recently applied to Accenture and are seeing confusing status like updates on their Workday portal basically. Okay, so many of you have shared a screenshot showing that you have received a congratulation email and later a not shortlisted or rejection type of email. So this is the very common thing that is happening among the students. Okay, so before we proceed ahead, I would request you guys to do like this video, and if you are new to this channel, make sure you subscribe this channel so that you won't miss the further updates regarding the Accenture updates. And I do post career opportunities and various job openings as well in this channel. So without wasting time, we will move ahead. So the very first point that I would like to discuss here: can you receive a rejection after a congratulation mail? This is a very important question that most of the students are actually asking to me. So in most of the cases, when you receive a mail stating that congratulations, you are one step closer to being a part of Accenture, what it typically indicates? So it typically indicates that you have cleared the interview stages, that is the last round basically, to be honest, and at least the current round. Okay, now your profile has moved to the next step phase and you may receive Workday account details or BGV instructions very soon. So the congratulation mail basically most probably indicates that you are very near to the selection. And after that, these are the things that happens basically. Now moving further, a rejection after this stage is really very uncommon, but it can be possible under certain conditions. So most of you are confused that Didi, is it possible that I can still get a rejection mail if I have received a congratulations mail? So answer is yes, but the probability is very low. So possible reason that may include document mismatch. This is a very important and foremost reason which actually happen in the case of rejection. If your documents are not matching with their criteria, you will still get a rejection. Incorrect details provided during the application. Let's suppose you are having just 50% marks in your graduation and you have written it as 60%. Then when they verified with your document and it wasn't matched, so in that case also you will receive a rejection. Not meeting eligibility criteria as per the company policy. So this is also one of the reason. If you are not meeting the eligibility criteria that is set by the company, then also you may receive a rejection even after receiving the congratulations mail. Application linked to a different job ID. This is the rarest case which happen, to be honest, but yeah, this is also one of the important case that can happen. So accuracy in the documentation is extremely very important. You have to maintain the accuracy. This is what I am saying since the first day. You have to maintain the accuracy. Most of the students have this doubt, Didi, my father name is that, my PAN card name is that. So what I am saying, go and try to update it because you have time now, okay? But you people are again coming and asking the same thing and same thing. That's why I'm asking you, if you have time, go and update your government documents, okay? You can't improve your 10th mark sheet, 12th mark sheet, but you can update your Aadhaar card, PAN card and other stuffs, right? So do that thing. Now, active versus inactive application status on Workday. Most of the students are confused among these things. Why I'm getting active status, why I'm getting inactive status. So most of the candidates are seeing this type of thing. So here is what you actually need to understand. If your status shows active and especially interview completed, do not withdraw that application. What actually this means, guys, let me clear you one thing very clearly. In Workday, usually we apply for a job opening. Let's suppose we have applied for 10 job openings, okay? Now if they haven't considered us for the job opening and that job got filled at that time, our application will go into the inactive one, okay? And the active status, the job opening for which we are currently giving the exams, interviews and all, that comes under the category of active status. So this is the major difference that you should actually know. Okay, inactive applications are often linked to different job IDs, different hiring phases, older or duplicate applications. So this thing you need to keep in your mind, because this is really very important. And the active application is something which actually the thing that is going on. Okay, the one that you are actually going on, the congratulations mail that you got, so it comes under the active status job ID. Now, understand the hiring timeline pattern. Most of the students are confused among this as well. So based on the recent observations, some candidates receive the workday mail first. This happens with the few candidates. After receiving the congrats mail, they got their workday mail. Then they got the BGV mail, and then they got the congratulations mail, and results were released in the batches. So this is the thing that you have to, actually keep focusing on. So actually, one thing I would like to tell you, the sequence is not yet followed. And why? What's the reason? You may be confused. Okay, why, Didi? What's the reason my friend get the BGV first? What's the reason my friend got the workday first? So this is the thing that I would like to clear you very honestly. There is not a single HR working. Okay, let's suppose there are a team of 10 HRs. Okay, so in a team of 10 HR, every HR is assigned to 100 candidates. Okay, so let's suppose one HR works in a different way, other HR works in a different way. Everyone have a different way of working, right? At the end, they want the things that to be done. Okay, so it totally depends on HR to HR, basically the recruiter, you can say as well. So they verify your documents, they proceed ahead with their thinking. Okay, because they are assigned the task that you have to onboard the candidates. Now it is on her or him, it is totally dependent on that individual, basically. Okay, how they want to proceed. So some HRs thought like, okay, I should send BGV mail first, then I will send this mail, then this mail. So this is the thing actually that happens. Okay, so you never ever need to worry on that, why I haven't received that mail, why my friend have received that mail first. So typically the things are different for everyone. It can be. Okay, so if you're still in waiting phase, that does not automatically mean rejection. You have to understand this thing. Never think that this is the rejection. I have just told you the scenario what actually happens in mass hiring. Okay, biggest mistake that you have to avoid is withdrawing the application. Guys, don't do this mistake. Don't withdraw your application. Why I'm saying that, if you withdraw your application, they will think you are no more interested in this job opening, and that's why you have withdrawn your application, and they won't consider you. Okay, so some candidates panic after seeing inactive status or confusing updates and withdraw their application. So you don't have to do this mistake. If you are listening to Corporate Didi, try to understand, never ever withdraw your application if it is in active stage. Okay, your primary data and application tracking exist on the Workday portal. Withdrawing the application may disturb the ongoing process. So if your application source, stay active and stay patient. Now comes the next part, BGV1. Be prepared. Why I'm saying that? Because in BGV, most of the candidates are confused. What are the things? What do we have to do and all? So the very important thing is that you have to cover all, like you have to keep all the documents with you, and especially all some mark sheets, provisional certificates, and your degree. So this is the very important documents that you need to actually carry with you. Then you have to have your ID and address proofs that should be correct, and no discrepancies should exist in your profile. This is the very important thing that you should note down. Okay, document inconsistency is one of the most common reason for the cancellation at the later stages. So guys, do keep this in mind. If the documents didn't match, you will be fired from Accenture. And this is not I'm saying just till joining you have to worry. Even after joining the company, if you are found with some discrepancies, you will be fired. So do keep this in mind while submitting your documents. Okay, so final reality check that I would like to give you, like you have received this official congratulation email from Accenture, and in most cases it means that you have cleared your exams, and random screenshots circulating in the groups, should not panic. And yes, one more thing I would like to clear, recently I have uploaded one video in that most of the people commented some bullshits. So to be honest, I don't care on that, but I come with the genuine and authentic information. Okay, and every batch follows significantly different timelines, so it is totally different for phase 1, phase 2 and phase 3. So you don't need to worry. You have to stay cool and calm, and you have to wait for the official communication. Don't trust the just by reading some message or something. Don't trust until and unless you receive your mail. Don't trust anything. Now, what next you should do? You have to check your Workday portal regularly. Do not withdraw your application. Keep all the documents handy and avoid believing unofficial rumors. So these are the steps that are very important that I need to share with you all. And if you have any query or doubts, you can write it down in the comments. I would definitely try to reply them. And the thing that actually happens with me, whenever I post a video, I usually reply to those comments, okay? And if I post the second video, I shift to that video and reply to their comments, okay? So if you are someone who want to ask the things, and if I haven't replied on this video, you can ask on my upcoming video as well, because whichever the fresh video is there, I reply to those comments first. That's why I'm saying that, okay? So I hope this video helps you a lot in understanding the active inactive status and other stuff regarding Accenture. And if it helps you a lot, then make sure you like this video. And if you're new to this channel, make sure you subscribe this channel. And also, recently I have posted around 10 job openings for the role of data analyst for freshers. So if you haven't applied yet, go and apply soon, because those are the job openings which are really very beneficial for you, because they are not gone viral and all. So you can apply for them. So yeah, meet you soon in the next video. Till then, keep applying and stay cool and happy. Okay then, bye bye.